DID is dissociative identity disorder. It is sort of a reclass, from what I understand, which I'm not a psychologist, it is a reclassification of something that used to be called multiple personality disorder. A person who has DID, so if you ever have that feeling of like an out-of-body experience, or just feeling like really out of, like maybe you're watching a movie and all of a sudden you don't, like you feel like you're in a different place, but you're not in that place. Some people describe like that's what happens to these people when they have sort of a host personality, which you might call like the normal person that they maybe started out as, but it's like a core. And then they have alters, which are these other personalities that through, I don't really know what causes it. It's suspected that like childhood trauma, physical abuse, emotional abuse, lots of nasty things cause the personality to fracture. So, and become like compartmentalized into different personalities, each of which sometimes has a different job, a different age, a different sex. Some of them can even be animals. It's pretty weird. But the brain does that to compartmentalize information and to protect the host personality. So my main character, Becca, who has DID, she knows that she's having a psychotic episode, like a very, very bad psychotic episode. And she's made a plan, and that involves getting herself to the hospital, and she has to call somebody to take her because she's not going to drive. Musically, I approach the different alters just trying very hard to characterize, like, what is the most salient thing about this person's personality at this moment and what they want out of the situation. The first alter that you meet is very, very young. I think she's like 7. I can't remember what I said. 5, 7 years old. Super bouncy. Her music is like kind of flighty, has lots of little runs and details like that. It's like the only little bits of coloratura in the whole thing. The second one you meet is our antagonist of the whole thing, right? If you can have a protagonist and antagonist in the same person. I think that's, which one is that? I think that's Jennifer. And so she's like 15, she's super angsty. And so her music's got these like heavy rhythmic chords in it. She swears a lot. So the pitch is actually dropped. I mean, that's one of the reasons I sort of chose to do it originally. I was like, because originally it was a 5-minute scene, and there were a couple fewer alters in it. And I was like, so I'm a soprano. I'm not a great soprano. I was like, I really want somebody to be able to show off like a lot of different colors, like a lot of different colors and a lot of different things. And I was like, I could do that. Like they'd all have different, there'd be a bunch of different kinds of music, and maybe not too different. And it would really allow the singer to sort of go all over the place in kind of a crazy way. But even though this piece is about psychosis, it's not all that crazy. Like, there's a lot of trying to be sensible in it.